from Canberra Roller Derby League, wearing number 19 and the C.
Sorry, Peachy, I couldn't see your number.
Very, really successful jamming yesterday by Peachy. Very experienced skater.
Peachy trying that outside line. Ball is close. She's trying again.
Pushing, pushing, pushing. Peachy is not able to get through there. Power Jam starts are tough. Chemical Warfare still sitting in the box. She's now standing. Peachy has lead. And now Chemical Warfare hot on her heels out of the box.
The Corruptor and Chemical Warfare being released.
Good strong three wall at the front, holding Chemical Warfare up, but not strong enough.
Warfare that comes out on top.
Peachy stuck in the packs, trying to get her points. She calls it off.
Chemical Warfare coming out on top, to be honest.
And Peachy got her 3 points.
3 points for Potluck. 28 points now, plays 7.
We've got a few points.
Potluck on 7, chasing down. Richter City skipping out to the early lead on 28.
Team Potluck,
Not too high coming out.
being a Potluck team, they're going to get stronger and stronger as this tournament goes on. They certainly did yesterday, really bringing it to Light City. Now we have number 9, which is BB Rowland from the Victoria Roller Derby League.
Physical jammers, you can see.
Struggling at the back there at the moment.
Nice work, skipping around that inside.
But it's Lead City to Richter Roller Derby, too high, number 188.
Oh, no diggity with some big hits there.
Enters the pack here on her scoring pass.
Still trying to get
Richter losing brain dead to the penalty box, but not slowing down the jammer.
5 in the sky there for too high.
Big points, 5 in the sky from the jam ref. BB Rowland still trying to get out. There she goes. Finally out the front.
Great work from BB Rowland, but also great work from the Richter City Roll blockers.
And we see a low block there called on, too high.
That hands the power jam off to BB Rowland.
So lead jammer is forfeited. BB Rowland now with just 2 to beat. Still 2 to beat. Still 2 to beat. Some active offense now coming in from number 4-7 Basil Brush. But that's unfortunately still left 2 Richter City blockers in front. She makes it through. There's only 1 to beat now. Big aggressive hit. Richter City trying to recycle. 2 highs now returned. BB Rowland still with 1 to go. Finally, BB Rowland gets her 5 points.
4 points to Too High. She comes out.
Too High collects those points she earned before she went to the box.
That was a big
Net gain of 4 to Richter City. 9 plays 5. That was tough work for BB Rowland. Richter City recycling her and just staying in front.
And she's going back to back. She's going another one.
We got Lib Smacker lining up on the jam line.
Okay, so right now we have Moose Noose with a big 20-foot run-up.
From Richter City.
Lib Smacker there from Adelaide Roller Derby for Team Potluck. Richter City with 1 blocker in the box.
Great blocking there.
No jammer, able to get purchase. Just crunching hits. Juke to the outside. Moose Hoof does finally get through, but not lead jammer. There was a no pass, no penalty in there, so lead is still open for Lib Smacker, but she's got 2 to beat, 1 to beat. There she's lead as Moose Hoof goes to the box for a back block penalty.
The power jam to Team Potluck.
Big opportunity for Potluck to close that lead. With everyone on offense, they're going for a little goat party at the back there. But some good pair blocking. Gnome Diggity just holding hand in hand, drawing Liv Smacker out and back 30 feet. All right, now the Team Potluck defense stretching out to force the cut. Fembot thought she had her, but she was deemed out of play and issued a penalty. Meanwhile, Liv Smacker 5 points. Can't see that number. Someone else in the box. Firecracker it is.
Moose was really being held up there by Team Potluck. They're making it work really hard to try and get through. And Liv Smacker goes through, grabs 4 points.
And it's a track cut there on the Richter City Jammer. Double penalties for Mooshoof. Big chance here. 9 points already for Liv Smacker. 5 in the sky. That's going to bring it to 14 points. We have an 11-point game here.
So, Richter City skipping out to 41-point lead. Team Potluck currently on 26. And we have a team timeout.
All right, we have a team timeout here. Being called by Team Potluck. They're it's an odd choice to call it at this point when they just had such a good run, but with a Potluck team like this, using these opportunities where exactly 10 minutes in, a good chance to just talk about what's working, who they need to shut down on the opposition side, and really kind of just fine-tune those lineups and the communication, which sometimes you need. You need that time and calm of a timeout to do it. Sitting in the Rydell Skates penalty box here on track 1, we have both the Jammer and Firecracker from Richter City. So Mooshoof with those double penalties in the last jam. Going to start in the Rydell box, Rydell Skates penalty box.
Alrighty. It's the end of the time.
Also, a big thanks to Adelaide Showgrounds, where you're seeing this stream coming from 5 tracks side by side, the biggest roller derby tournament in the world, and Adelaide Roller Derby League for putting on the Great Southern Slam. Since 2010, they've been running this, and they're crazy enough to have put in an application to host the next Roller Derby Women's World Cup right here at the Adelaide Showgrounds. We're about to get back underway. Hurley Burley wearing the Jammer star for Team Potluck. Trying to build Peachy Keen with aggressive offense there. Drew a penalty, but she got Curly Burley out for lead Jammer. Mooshoof now released from the box. She's going to try and sneak up, but Team Potluck crunch just flatten her. They're not going to let her do that. The pack enters the back straight now. Curly Burley goes for a forearms. And we've seen a star pass. That's 1R0 and Margaret Snatcher now wearing the star for Richter City on her scoring pass now. Some beautiful footwork there. Track cut called on 1170 Invader Sin. Blocker cut and some good comms coming from Margaret Snatcher as she comes into the pack. Peachy Keen setting up a strong 3-wall with the rest of Team Potluck. No purchase through there. Curly Burley's returned from the box. And she's going to pick up where she left off on her scoring pass. Recycling Margaret Snatcher, though. That Potluck defense, as strong as any of the regular teams here in the Division 2 competition. And now Peachy just doubling up with a star pass. So both Jammers completed a successful star pass. Big shout out to the fans watching back in Newcastle, Mr. Moxie and Archie cheering on Moxie Monoxide and Team Potluck here.
8, 9, just 8. Victor City, 54.
So 54 plays 34. It's a 20-point game. We're at 13-8 in that last jam. You can see it's only literally 2 jams and we could see a lead change. We have a timeout for a track repair here. Look at that form from the NSOs. Big shout out to the officials. Being the biggest tournament in the world, we also need the most officials in the world. These guys working many games over the 3 days. Head ref Tofferrod doing the track repair himself, signaling the return to play.
We're about to get things underway.
So Fembot now wearing the star and having a bit of a dance off here on track 1. Number 17, that's Barocca Bomber for Richter City, stuck behind a wall of electric blue and hot green, and driven out of bounds nicely by BB Rowland. Bumps BB Rowland, double teaming to just own this Richter City jammer, giving plenty of time to Fembot to get lead jammer Team Potluck.
Nice hit there by Bumps, making Barocca Bomber work really hard.
5 in the sky, shaving that lead nicely for Fembot. Now, finally, Richter City able to get out. Barocca Bomber also drawing an out-of-play block on Basil Brush. Call-off signal there from the bench staff over on Team Potluck, picking up all 4 points in good points defense by her blockers, denying Richter City. 54 plays 43. This game is definitely open to either team right now. Division 2 showing some really exciting stuff here in the qualifier rounds, normally known for a few blowouts. We certainly saw VRDL put 700 points up against an opposition earlier. But here, Team Potluck really making it exciting. Richter City with lead, though, too high. Got the speed on, but Peachy is about 3/4 of a skate length behind. The pack now thinking they're playing USAR's rules. They're going fast as they can. No one wanting to give up their point, and everyone wanting to get a point for their jammer. Right now, the net result is neither jammer is catching anyone. Switching cameras as fast as I can here. Oh, and we even have some friendly fire on the way, trying to slow down after such a fast pack.
Now holding both jammers to 0.
Everyone seeming to have fun with that despite all that cardio.
And that's what we're here for.
All right, Moose Hoof up against Curly Burley. 15-foot run-up for Moose Hoof.
5-on-5 derby right here.
She looks like she really likes that kind of read and clarity on the vision. She picks up lead jammer, but knocked down a bounds nice and early there. So still, we have a lead. We have no jammer out of the pack. Curly Burley finally breaks down with Moose Hoof right next to her. Pack setting up. The jammers are racing down the back straight, almost side by side. Moose Hoof with control, though. She punches it up the outside lane, calls it off. Nicely timed, 3-0. Richter City just putting a little padding on their score.
43 for Team Potluck.
57 plays 43. We're past the 1/4 time.
Fantastic. Plenty of time. Chemical warfare up against Fembot.
Yeah.
And that's Chemical Warfare grabbing lead.
So Chemical Warfare with lead here. Bunch of skaters heading to the Rydell Skates penalty box. Finally, for Team Potluck, Fembot is out. Not lead jammer, and just a big hole open for Chemical Warfare. 4 points.
Blockers with the City German. You're already big old number back there. Oh, some nice big hits. Sting laying the shoulder down.
Continuing on. Big pile up there on turn 1.
5 points.
5 points. Sorry, my mistake.
6 points up. No, wait.
Team Potluck scoring against lead here. Chemical Warfare has lead, but happy to let the Team Potluck jammer do some laps.
Certainly raining penalties. Maiden Hell comes in and has a seat as well, so
net result there, 13 to Richter City, 7 to Team Potluck. So the long strategy playing off for Richter City, a net gain there.
40 and change in the first half. You can.
So a real quick one there.
Thank you very much. I'll take 4 points.
4 points to Peachy Keen. No points.
Goes as a seat.
No points to Richter City. Sorry, I just had a big giant window screen pop up over my live stream controls here, so I'll try and get us back underway. There we are. So 10 minutes on the board. Moxie Monoxide out of Newcastle, jamming for Team Potluck, but too high, too strong. She has a lead jammer for Richter City. Moxie fighting in the pack. Too high, no trouble picking up 5, including that lap point. But Moxie Monoxide goes jammer on jammer, engages too high down the front straight, gets back past her. She's not lead, but she's pulling away right now. Too high calls it off as Moxie approaches the back. So good pressure jamming against lead. And a big thumbs up from Moxie as she returns to the team area. 75 points, plays 54. Anyone's game, still 9 minutes 41 to play. Moose Tooth once again with a huge run up. Curly Burley starting on the back of the pack there. It works once again for Moose Tooth. Bang up the outside. Lead jammer. Pack's racing fast, and I can switch cameras. So coming in here onto the front straight. Moose Hoof finally enters the pack. 1 point for all of that effort. That was some fast pack adjustment. 76 now plays 54. As we're going to see Peachy Keen once again wearing the Jammer Star Too High. Two of the tallest skaters on the track lining up against each other behind the jammer line.
Battle of the twin towers of awesomeness.
So a strong 3-wall holding Too High up, but she busts through. She got lead. Yes, she has.
Too High able to work the inside,
Peachy still working her way through the pack. Now she's through herself.
Finds her way through on the inside.
A good formation at the front there by Richter City, trying to set all the points behind them. Now Too High working to try and pick them up. Calls it off, but not before Peachy picks up 3 against her. 4 points to 3, a 1 point net gain. So we have a team timeout to Richter City. Looks like this is just a time to regroup, consolidate, make sure they're playing the way they train. Team Potluck have rattled them a little bit here in a few of the jams. Team Potluck happy to just dance on the track.
Emblazoned with the Great Southern Slam logo, that would make a great take-home souvenir.
Team Potluck really kind of punching above their weight here this weekend. Traditionally, a Potluck team struggles against a team that trains together, but in both of their games so far, they've been certainly pulling formations and doing a standout job. While the teams do their adjustment, a big shout out to our sponsors here. If I can find my sponsor page. Spank Alley. Spank Alley stocks top quality armbands, helmet covers, compression pants, and lots of cool stuff. They are making armbands on site here at TGSS all weekend. They stock compression pants, hoodies, onesies, helmet covers, and so much more. First Australian stockist of the Left Turn clothing range. You can get your Bro Do You Even skate hat right there from spankalley.com.au. About to get back underway. Curly Burley up against it's Barack Obama for Richter City. And Curly Burley, lead jammer out of turn 2. Skaters everywhere, just in the way of Barack Obama. Back straight, you can see 4 strong Team Potluck blockers still in her way. Now Richter City separating them a little bit, but their kind of hands are full keeping the jammer behind her. Full star pass nicely over the shoulder to number 511 Firecracker. Oh, but signaling not the jammer, not the jammer. It was an illegal star pass, I believe. Possibly, my guess would be that she engaged the head of an opposing skater as she reached over. That's purely a guess. I haven't repped in a little while. But that's the most common thing that happens in a star pass.
Refs just having a quick chat.
So the refs are going to call a timeout and have a talk about that. I imagine it's to do with that star pass violation. See if you can lip read. I think they're going, well, for lunch, I'm having the Caesar salad. Head rep Todderod's like, well, I'm having the Hayes chocolate supplied lunch. Hayes chocolate feeding our officials all weekend here. Mother Superior is like, yeah, I'm having the Hayes chocolate lunch too. I could be pretty crap at my lip reading though. I'm just putting it out there. All right, so Mother Superior is, he was the outside pack ref that called a penalty. Well, I think he called the star pass violation possibly. Now, head ref Todderod going over there, having a discussion with the skaters in the box, which is not something the refs do very often. Yes, they're definitely indicating it was about the star pass violation. Like, who was the jammer? No, yes. You should be there. You shouldn't be there. That's pretty much what's going on. So they're putting the actual jammer who initiated the pass in the box. Firecracker has been released, who was the pivot. She did nothing wrong other than took off holding the jammer star. Like, she's not the pivot, she's not the jammer, but she didn't actually do anything wrong. She stopped when she was directed, not a penalty. All right, that's sorted out. We're going to get back underway. 80 plays 62, still anyone's game here. You can see we only have one jammer on the track. That is for Team Potluck in the electric blue, Basil Brush. We have a bit of a wacky start there 3-1 formation, but with an opposing skater in the wall. That's not normally how I do Power Jam starts, but it seems to be working. It's got the pack moving fast, but it's got Richter City still in front. Basil Brush, one to beat. Still one to beat. None to beat. She's got lead. All right, they're moving on to the front straight now, setting up their formations right as the jammer returns to the track. Barocca Bomber puts the gas on. Basil Brush calls it off. She's happy to pick up the 3 there. Wasn't confident that the team could hold Barocca Bomber.
6 minutes left to go in the first half. Richter City on an even 80. Teapot Luck on a slightly less than even 65.
So 80 plays 65. Moosehoof, maybe it's just my imagination, she's lining up further and further behind the jammer line every time she puts that star on her helmet. Peachy Keen looking confident there, smashing into the wall.
We're back to 5-on-5. Both jammers working exceptionally hard.
Both jammers pushing, pushing, pushing. No one getting very far. They're both still at the back of the pack. Now Moosehoof. Oh! That's just rattled me from here how strong that hit was. Moosehoof just taken down into the inside, recycled by, I think that was Maiden Hell from Adelaide Roller Derby. Just bone-crunching stuff. Lead jammer now to Peachy Keen. Jammer on jammer on jammer down the front straight. Racing, racing, racing. Peachy's like, no, I'm calling that off.
0 apiece. A lot of work, a lot of excitement.
No points.
No points. Still fun.
Heck yeah.
So 4.5 minutes left. We're looking at Richter City sitting on 80 points with Team Potluck on 65.
Chemical Warfare stepping through very delicately there.
Moxie Monoxide coming up.
All right, so Moxie Monoxide charging through for Team Potluck. A big, strong lead jammer call. Now out of the pack is the Richter City jammer. Moxie just picks up all the points, calls it off nice and clean. So Team Potluck bringing it to within 11 points here. 3 minutes 40 in the first period. Big change from previous TGSS's. Every game this weekend is full-length 60-minute regulation. The thing that means for the Division 1 teams is WFTDA sanctioned. It counts for rankings. Exciting stuff for Australian Roller Derby. But here in Division 2, it's just about pride and the Division 2 TGSS trophy. Points differential, less of a concern. Richter City, Barocca Bomber, big long lead jammer. Curly Burley about half a lap behind. And it's a cutting call on Barocca Bomber. She went for the apex jump, didn't work. She's going to serve out, lose lead jammer status. We're going to play another 1 minute 17. And Curly Burley picking up a back block. Tough call. These more aggressive kind of physical style jammers that we see, that is a risk for them when they come in hot. So we're going to get a double jammer down, jammer swap out situation. Barocca Bomber back on. She's got 53 seconds. She is on her scoring pass. Team Potluck going to make it hard for her though. She went to the outside, got flattened. Now she's trying the inside. See if she has more success there. She does. All right, Curly Burley is back on the track for Team Potluck. She's going to have 31 seconds also on her scoring pass. losing the Richter City pivot to the Rydell Skates penalty box here. 5 in the sky will be the first jam around Curly Burley. Now Barocca Bomber, forearms penalty. Tough call. She didn't even get out of the pack once before returning to the penalty box. 5 in the sky. Ooh, are we going to see a lead change? No, because Richter has picked up 3 that they had in their pocket. 83 plays 79. We got 1 jam can change this. Official review, Team Potluck. Signaling for a slice of pizza, they are. They're using it as a timeout, though. I hope you're using it at home to click on that other tab of your browser and go to all of our sponsors pages. DeClinic loves roller derby. They have a stall here at the Adelaide Showgrounds. They have a shop at 20 Curry Street, Adelaide, or you can enjoy free delivery on all online orders Australia-wide. With over 16 years in the game, they can help you with all your derby needs. www.declinic.com. Also, once you've clicked buy now, head over to the Hellcat clothing store. If you want roller derby athletic gear but want to be individual, Hellcat Clothing has you covered. They make comfy, fun derby clothing and unique team uniforms. Customized and personalized roller derby shorts, leggings, workout gear, custom made with love and passion in Australia. Hellcat Clothing, clothing for on and off the track. So, back to the action. BB Rowland is wearing the star for Team Potluck. Barocca Bomber sitting in the box still from the last jam. Team Potluck needs just a single scoring pass to turn this into a lead change. Step 1, lead jammer. BB Rowland just needs to complete this pass and there will be a lead change. Well, there'll be a lead tie at least. There's 1 point. They've got the goat at the back. She's got 2 points. She's got 3 points. She's got 4. And she gets that box point, making it a lead change. If you have a coffee at home like I have in my hand, it's time to drink. So fighting back now. We have a star pass, star stash to the pivot. She's now got it on her head to complete the star pass. Team Potluck with control and lead jammer. Steals a few more points. Calls it off clean. So we're going to see at 7 points to nothing. The first half is about to expire and we have Team Potluck going into halftime with the lead. Exciting stuff here on track 1. Woo! Division 2 certainly turning up the heat here in sunny Adelaide. It might be a little cold on the concrete, but it's certainly warm here on the track. We'll see you back in 14 and a half minutes.
Burley.
Okay, we are back. Period 2, Division 2 qualifier, Richter City Roller Derby versus Team Potluck. Big shout out to Clan Hoof and the whole Richter City crowd. There's a whole bunch of them watching on the stream right now.
She frees herself of the pack and
Both jammers out of the pack pretty quickly. Moose Hoof with lead jammer, but only about a quarter of a turn lead over the Team Potluck jammer, Curly Burley. Hits the pack, calls it off. Did she get anything? Yes, she managed to pick up a clean 4. That's going to see another lead change.
And that puts them in the lead by 1 point. Get set for a
So you
lot
can
of
see
lead
the
change
formation
today.
setting up there.
Yeah, nice close.
Too High versus Pinky Stardust now with the Jammer Star. We're going to see Peachy Keen in the box, so it's 4 versus 3 on the pack. Penalty board for both teams is looking pretty good. Doesn't look like anyone's in foul out danger yet. I think there's 4 skaters who are on 4 penalties. No one else above 3. So Too High, bang, punches through for lead jammer. Pinky Stardust not far behind though, about half a lap now. Too High with a lot of speed on. Hits a 4 wall of electric blue. Has she got any hips yet? There's one. Not sure she's got any more than that though. There, that 3 wall at the back is flat and strong. Now she's picked up a couple of hips, but still not through. Pinky has picked up points, so. Okay, we have a no pack called as the only Richter City blocker on the track falls to her knees. The others come out of the box now. Too High is going to try and clear the box, it looks like, because it's 4-4 so far in this jam. No pack signaled by Todorod. Things come back together as Too High approaches. Big pile up there, and I think that is going to be a back block on the Richter City jammer. Tough call there. Sometimes you're just pushing on a wall and it collapses, and that's a back block. So now Pinky Stardust, she's struggling up the front against the 3 wall with no offense to help. Now this offense comes in. A little bit mistimed, but that's kind of expected with a Potluck team. They haven't got that stuff nailed yet. 2 minutes expires here in period 2. We've had another lead change though, 8-4. It's a 3-point game still. Crazy stuff. This is Team Potluck just bringing it this weekend. Richter City though, sending their B team all the way over from Wellington. Big expense to get them here. Great tournament experience for all of these skaters. And I must say, I love the high-vis uniforms. So we're back underway in a power jam situation. Just Maiden Hell, lead jammer. Some good control by the 3 wall of Richter City out the front as Too High returns. Maiden Hell kind of shoves the blocker out of her way. No penalty call there. 3 to fight. Both teams switching full defensive mode. Bumps and BB roll and double teaming to flatten Too High there. Bumps the one taking it down and out. Doesn't actually have to recycle. The entire pack moves 40 feet in front of where she went down. So now Team Potluck extending their lead. Too High's up and back going. She's out on a scoring pass now, but it's all blue all the way. 4 points and a call off there. Maiden Hell extending the lead for Team Potluck. 103 now plays 91.
Barack Obama quickly getting on track. Whipping on
All right, so we see one skater in the box for Team Potluck. Basil Brush is going to start in there. 3-wall to hold Barack Obama up. Right now, that's all they need, but it means no one free for offense. Curly Burley punching against a 3-wall of her own. Draws a penalty and picks up lead. Curly Burley lapping around. A star pass is in progress. Barack Obama trying to reach over the head to complete the pass. Kind of does so, but the pivot stuck behind the entire wall of Potluck. Now the pivot just muscles her way through. Maim puts it on, forces the call off. Curly Burley with 9 unopposed. It was a full jammer lap point during that star pass.
We've got Lip Smacker back on for Team Potluck.
Moose Hoof now lining up with a big run-up against Lip Smacker.
Baby. That customary big run-up that we've come to know and love.
3-on-3. No, 2-on-3. We've got quite a few skaters in the Rydell Skates penalty box here on track 1. Moose Hoof throwing left, throwing right. Some great agility and footwork. But Lib Smacker manages to just thread the needle and get lead ahead of her. Oh, jammer on jammer. There was a big pile up there. Sorry, didn't quite get that on camera, but Moose Hoof just totally engaged the jammer down on lane turn 1. Both skaters went down. Moxie Monoxide giving a shout out to the folks back in Newcastle there. She's got a big smile on her face, as does pretty much everyone here on the Team Potluck bench in front of our commentary desk. Oh, Curly Burley just shoots through for a super fast lead jammer. Now Moose Hoof is sitting in the box for that contact made in the jammer on jammer action in the previous jam. I'm guessing it was a low block the way she kind of like slid into a... So 5 points, quick and easy for Curly Burley. But not many Team Potluck blockers left on the track to help her, so she's going to crash into a 4-wall of orange. Count the bumps going to the box. Moose Hoof now accelerating through. She's completed her initial. I'm not sure what that was there, but she just kind of took herself out. Maybe a concrete monster of some sort jumped out and bit her skate. It looked cool though.
You got a lot of dust on the front of you now.
That's a souvenir.
You're taking Adelaide home with you.
So now Chemical Warfare lining up against Moxie Monoxide. Just counter bumps in the Rydell Skates penalty box. There is Moxie through for lead. Moxie coming through to scorers. Chemical Warfare recycled. Moxie goes for the apex jump, doesn't stick it. She's going to have to go back. Chemical Warfare still trying to make her way through the wall. Moxie trapped also. They head down the back straight. Moxie with 1 to beat, none to beat. Iron Snatcher doing a great job at holding Moxie back.
Chemical Warfare goes through. She's done her initial.
So Chemical Warfare has now cleared the pack. Moxie picks up a couple more points. She kind of went out of bounds for some of that, so we'll see if she got them all. It's a signal of 3 additional. No, it is all 4 additional. So Moxie extending the lead there. 9 points unanswered in that jam. Jam number 7 as we hit the 20-minute mark in period 2.
Too high with that
So too high, going up against Peachy Key now. Two tallest skaters on the track, using that to their advantage as Peachy picks up lead jammer. Too high, just skating at full pelt there. She's now clear of the pack, scoring past herself about half a lap behind Peachy. Peachy working her way up lane one. Only 1 point for all of that work.
Peachy calls it off, grabs an extra point to Team Potluck. Every point counts, as we know.
Every point wins a prize.
129 now, 91. Moose Hoof with a big crowd back home, and also big crowd here in the grandstands at track one, lining up, looking confident.
Moose Hoof with the big run-up as well.
Up against Curly Burley.
Fancy that.
It's a lot of high-vis uniforms there. Moose Hoof working her way up the front.
Oh, baby.
Not able to make purchase now.
Fantastic. Pinky Stardust. Absolutely
Busting her way up the front. One to beat. Team Potluck recycles, but not well enough. Moose Hoof, big, strong lead jammer. Got about half a lap lead on Curly Burley, who's now out of the pack. And if I would not press the wrong buttons here, you'd keep the score up as Moose Hoof takes a big fall over her own blocker. Looked a little bit uncomfortable, but everyone is back up and skating here. Moose Hoof trying to pick up those points. Curly Burley with 4 herself, though. So points against lead for Team Potluck here. Moose Hoof now calls it off, but not before Team Potluck and Curly Burley add 4. So, unfortunately, a net result for Moose Hoof of -4. Team Potluck scoring against lead there.
We got Moxie Monoxide up against Too High.
And we're going to see a timeout. It's an official timeout. We've got Newcastle in the grandstands cheering on their girl Moxie Monoxide, who has lined up for the next jam. They're in the grandstands. We still have the officials conferring in the middle. I've got no idea what they're talking about, but back from my days as a ref here at the Great Southern Slam, it's mostly about what's for lunch. You're on skates working so much, you don't get much chance to eat.
Looks like the refs are all getting back.
All right, we're back in place. It was just some sort of communication with the box staff. No one seems to be in foul-out trouble from my very obscured angle here at the whiteboards.
So it's 4-on-4.
Yeah, there might be 1 or 2 on 5, but no one's in trouble at this stage. So Moxie Monoxide versus Too High. Too High working her way up. Beautiful footwork there. She has lead. No, it looked like it was lead, but the front pack ref saw it differently. She is going to the box for a track cut, leaving Moxie Monoxide all on her own with lead jammer. Now BB Rowland, just look at that offense. Like a team that skates together every week. Sets up a beautiful sweep, so Moxie didn't even have to deviate her path to get all those 5 points. BB Rowland once again lining it up. Not quite as effective this time. Moxie knocked out of bounds on the infield. Too High is now returning from the box. There you see her, just sneaks out. Moxie calls it off. She's happy with 5. Team Potluck totally unaware that Too High was returning there. 10 points unanswered. Moxie Monoxide extending Potluck's lead. It's out to a 50-point lead now, 52.
Still got more derby action coming up today, heading down towards the quarterfinals.
Never trust my maths, so my arithmetic is
Fembot
terrible.
against Barack Obama.
So Fembot against Barack Obama. We have seen Barack Obama a little bit penalty trouble here when she's been wearing the Jammer Star. She's certainly got an aggressive, agile style and good control there not to get the cut. Fembot with lead though. Barack Obama now serious pace in this lady, trying to catch up with Fembot. Fembot, big crunch on the infield there, calls it off. And point stolen by Barack Obama, 1-0. It's been quite a few jams since things have gone Richter City's way, but that was certainly one of them. Great defense setting up a point steal.
Up the inside.
So that took about 2.1 seconds for Curly Burley to pick up lead for Team Potluck. Too high, working away through and out of the pack now. About half a lap between the jammers. There's a call-off signal coming from the bench. Curly Burley now calls it off. Picks up only 3, but it's enough to extend the lead. 96 now plays 150.
Peachy Keen and Mussoff going to line up against each other. Or more to the point, they're going to line just a little bit behind. Beautiful derby stance from Mussoff. That's a masterclass right there.
It's actually really hard to do that for going that low.
I know, that's athleticism.
All right, so now we're underway with Peachy Keen wearing the Jammer Star for Team Potluck. Who is that for Richter City? Number...
And there she goes.
Number 16, that's Mooshoof once again. I should have recognized that start position. There's about half a lap between the Mooshoof with a strong lead jammer. Good offense clearing the lane. Getting a good, strong 4 points to nothing. Richter City hitting the 100-point mark.
Great to see Light City Derby out here representing SA. Played against both these teams yesterday, coming up with the goods, so they're facing off in the quarterfinals.
So 13 minutes left here in this Division 2 qualifier round. We're about to move on to the quarters this afternoon here at the Great Southern Slam. But this game is not over. Too high.
It is.
Up against Maiden Hell. Bodies flying. Maiden Hell. Bang. Lead jammer. Too high with only 1 to beat though. Is it only a matter of time? Yes, it is. She's out. She's on a scoring pass, about half a lap in it. And Maiden Hell clean 4-0, quick call off.
A lot of very physical derby going on. This is fantastic stuff. We're so glad that you're here. Track 1, Wavell Showgrounds for the Great Southern Slam.
All right, so
Oh man, we've got
Margaret Snatcher wearing the Jammer Star. She's been pivoting a fair bit, but not too many jams there. Curly Burley been very successful for Team Potluck, lining up again with the star. And Curly Burley gets through. We've got about a 1-turn difference between the jammers. You can see the speed as they come past the camera there. But look at that setup by Team Potluck, 4-0, despite that tiny gap between the jammers. Really exciting stuff.
As an offensive weapon.
Beautiful offensive weapon.
You're welcome, man. Got an official's timeout.
All right, so we're under official timeout here. Skaters are already too high, lining up against the Corruptor. We've not seen the Corruptor jamming for Team Potluck. I guess they're just mixing things up a little bit here as we enter the final stages of this game. Fairly comfortable lead for Team Potluck now after just a couple of points in it at halftime.
Warming up a little bit earlier. Another South Australian Turby team coming up shortly.
So while we're here, we're going to thank BSS Light Audio Visual. Thanks to BSS for the supply and discount on the AV equipment here at the Great Southern Slam. Your scoreboards, your live commentary, sales hire and installation of audio, visual and lighting systems for all the commercial and domestic applications, including corporate functions and conferences. Spank Alley. They are the official armbands of TGSS. Spank Alley stocks top quality armbands, helmet covers, compression pants, and lots of cool stuff. Making armbands on site here at TGSS and with a full stock of compression pants, hoodies, onesies, helmet covers, and much more. We are back underway. Too high with lead jammer for Richter City. Moxie Monoxide lined up with the jammer star and struggling to get out, but there she is down the back straight, 3/4 of a lap behind Too High. Too High just making her way kind of patiently through the pack there to collect points. She calls it off possibly a bit late. 4-3, yes. So, well, Too High did have some time on her hands. The result was just a net 1 point gain.
Everybody get behind your favorite team.
So we're going to have official timeout. I'm just going to jump over to check the YouTube chat.
Basil Brush.
Good to see everyone there is got multiple browser windows open. I've been hearing exciting things over at the VRDL track. 900 points against at this stage. That's a lot of points. I was talking to the jammers from VRDL earlier about their strategy for that game, and they're having a bit of a competition within the team to push themselves harder. They were trying to bust through that 9 scoring pass kind of record. Sounds like someone's hit at least 10 out there for a score like that. You've got to do under 10 seconds a pass for the entire game to break 800 points. Meanwhile, back here on track 1, big, strong lead jammer to Moosehoof. And a forearms to BB Rollin. So it's a power jam to Richter City Roller Derby. Moosehoof just threads her way through the defense, doesn't touch any of them through for a big 5. Single blocker engages Moosehoof from Team Potluck. Some valiant stuff there by Fembot. Now the 3-wall up the front collecting Moosehoof. She destroys 2 of them. She's got just Maiden Hell to beat. Maiden Hell signaled for the outer play block. Just having a little bit of a chat with the refs on the way through. It looked like it was a friendly chat. I'm not sure what it was about. Maybe she's like, I think I was out of play. Do you think I was out of play? Yes, I was out of play.
Oh, yeah. Could we go too high?
All right, so Too High getting a big, long run-up. Curly Burly right behind her team. Look at that power from Too High. Straight through the first 2 blockers, now through the rest of the wall for a big, strong lead jammer.
this is a fast pack. Can we keep it going fast? I like it. I love fast pack.
But Curly Burley, she's chasing down too high. The pack is chasing everyone. The refs are, well, just not keeping up, put simply.
No points there for Team Potluck, but also no points there.
So that's a 0-0, just a clock burn for Team Potluck.
Look at this. No tickety's pulled on the jammer side.
Oh, this will be interesting.
And we got Fenbot as well.
So time on the side of Team Potluck with that lead, 7 minutes 48 left. We're going to see a little bit of a change in action here because for Richter City, you've got Gnome Diggity wearing the Jammer Star, working her way up.
Very aggressive work. Great work from the Lip Smacker there.
Lip Smacker trying to recycle, kind of does, but loses her footing and allows Gnome Diggity to get a big, strong lead jammer about a third of the lap ahead of Fembot, who's now out on a scoring pass of her own. Gnome Diggity, bit of an apex jump, lands on the ground, but did pick up all 4 points.
Damn straight.
The Corruptor.
Oh, yeah.
It gets too high.
Everyone's getting a shot. Here we go.
Jammer on jammer before they even pass the line.
So Too High wearing the Jammer Star for Richter City round the outside there. Big, strong lead jammer. Seeing the Corruptor once again wearing the Jammer Star. Mixing things up in this second period. Struggling to get out of the pack as Too High is scoring now. She's beaten the first 3. She's only got 1 to go, but body's hit the floor. Someone's going to the box for it. Too High looks hurt there. Looks like she did take a skate to the shin. Looks uncomfortable. No, they're calling it off.
And she got hurt on the way down, I think. Skaters take a knee as the Too High.
So skaters take a knee. That was called off. She really did stumble getting up. Got to the box under her own power. But refs with the skaters' safety first. They're going to call that off just to make sure. Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on just how much adrenaline, I guess, is running through the skaters, because that was called off for her injury, she's going to have to be replaced in the box and sit out the next 3 jams. That is a safety first protocol.
So Too High is going to receive some medical condition. Give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
She is skating off under her own power just to be checked over by the medics.
We hope to see her back on track very shortly.
We're probably going to, I imagine we're going to get just a few moments. We'll be back underway. She has been replaced in the box by, I can't see very well from here. I think it's Moose Hoof.
5 minutes and change left in this matchup. We've got one more minor round.
Yes, it is Moose Hoof in the box there. She'll serve the remainder of that penalty. I think it was a low block. We're back underway. 5 minutes to play here on track 1, day 2, Division 2 qualifier.
If you have a look outside, the matchups are getting written up on the board as the minor round plays out. Already some teams know they're in the quarters.
So the quarterfinals are pretty much all locked in. Obviously the biggest score differential of the tournament over in the other pavilion. 920-2 was the official final, VRDL versus Dragon City. Some VRDL skaters here on the track, including your jammer right now, the Corruptor. showing the strength and depth of that league. I see a toe stop rolling across the track there. Someone's going to have a bad time. Oh, and yes, it's the Corruptor's toe stop. She's going to go lead jammer without one. Who needs a working toe stop? I do. I can't skate without one. Getting the call-off signal from the bench. She's like, oh, yeah, I'm lead. 4-0 against the odds. Oh, and she just face plants into the team bench, trying to stop on that skate with no toe stop. Looks like she just ripped the urethane right off the stem. All right, after that excitement, we're going to see Barack Obama up against Curly Burley. We've seen this matchup a few times. Both teams doing a full defensive lineup. You can see there Barack Obama struggling at the back there against a super strong wall. Peachy Keen just locking things in and drawing her out of bounds. Meanwhile, on the back straight, Curly Burley with lead jammer. BB Rowland dragging Barack Obama out and back. Star Pass has been completed to the pivot. Unfortunately for the pivot, she was behind the entire wall of Team Potluck. So as you can see there, she's now got the star on, but she hasn't made any forward progress. There, she's finally out, but Curly Burley grabbed her lap point on the way. 10-0 to Team Potluck. Count the bumps, picking up the penalty. We're going to see one blocker apiece starting in the box. Lib Smacker from Adelaide Roller Derby, the host league here of the Great Southern Slam. Lining up against Gnome Diggity. And Gnome Diggity bang through for lead jammer and putting the gas on now. Barely enough grip to stay on with that much speed. But look at that up the inside. Beautiful stuff there. Calls it off. 4 clean points in just seconds.
She likes a lot. So some of us like blocking. Yeah, I can understand that. Hey, I love watching the German too. Here we go. Two highs back on track. Curly Get your hands together but too high.
All right, so now we're going to see Too High up against Curly Burley. 3 versus 4 in the packs. Too High slides up the outside. That footwork just phenomenal. Picking up a good strong lead jam. Offense straight away from Team Potluck frees Curly Burley and a big opening to try and chase down Too High. Too High now chasing. Gets a couple of points. No, just gets a single point for all of that effort. And once again, time is definitely on the side of Team Potluck here. You can probably hear that, a big crowd here on track 1. Grandstands and suicide seat with a lot of people lined up. Newcastle in one stand supporting Moxie Monoxide. We see a bunch of Adelaide fans supporting their skaters. Richter City with their own supporters here though. As Moosehoof works her way up the back. You can just see lead jammer. Lib Smacker is about 3/4 of a skate length behind, but Moosehoof has the acceleration. She's pulling away now as the packs race. Oh, pile up on turn 1. That's going to set up the points that Moosehoof wanted. 2 points. And The period clock has now expired.
And that is the
Unofficial final.
Team Potluck coming up with the victory.
Team Potluck pulling the exciting game to a 1-point loss yesterday, now doing one better and making it a pretty solid win over Richter City B. You can see how much fun these ladies all had. The electric blue making it happen for the teams. Richter City, though, certainly smiles all around there as they come to the track to put their hands out and high five their competitors. So big high fives to Team Potluck. Your winners here on track 1 Division 2 qualifier: BB Rowland, Count de Bumps, Peachy Keen, Weepin' Angel, Maiden Hell, Fembot, Flustered Tart, Basil Brush, The Corruptor, Lib Smacker, Moxie Monoxide, Pinky Stardust, and Curly Burley. And in the orange from Richter City, Wellington, New Zealand, Margaret Snatcher, Sting, Invader Sin, Moose Hoof, Barocca Bomber, Too High, Gnome Diggity, Firecracker, May Mame, Greta Growler, Chemical Warfare, and Brain Dead. I've been Colonel Panic. I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to jump on another game on another track. We'll see you all soon. All right, so post-game interviews from Richter City all the way over. Huge smile on your face. That was a pretty fun-looking game. How was it out there on the track?
Oh my God, it was amazing. I'm so proud of our team. We're the B team for Richter City, and it's the first time we've ever played internationally, and I think we did amazingly. It was a great game to play.
It was a great game to watch. There was a huge crowd watching at home. I was chatting to them on the YouTube stream. What do you want to say to them?
Thank you, everybody, for getting us over here. Thank you to everybody in Richter City. Thanks to all our supporters, and happy birthday, Mum!
Thank you very much. Go have some fun. Enjoy. There's going to be some more great derby coming up. All right, so we have the captains of Team Potluck here, victorious against Richter City there. Two very exciting games you guys have played this weekend. How was it out there?
Bloody awesome. So I am just so stoked to have played like one really close game. We lost to Light City by 1 point, which to us is a win, considering we met for the first time yesterday at lunchtime, and then we played at 4. So it was really great. So last night felt like a win. Today definitely feels like a win. It's just like, you know, power of Derby, everyone coming together and just having a lot of fun and having success doing it. It was great.
Well, I watched both those games, and the thing that really just stood out to me is the timing of the offense. Like, you guys, it was aggressive and it was well-timed, and that was what was getting you all those leads. How did you come together to make offense work without even meeting before?
I think having a whole team of blockers actually helps. We had one jammer. That was it. Everyone else was blockers.
Yeah, we are definitely team blocker, and we had a few jams where we were holding so well on the jammer line that I was pushing the blocking defense and calling a no pack before the pivot line. So it was just like, go team blocker, just do what we do. We have really awesome trainers in our league. I'm from Canberra Roller Derby League. I train with the Vice City Rollers, and you're from Adelaide. You train with the Adelaides. We had VRDL skaters. We had skaters from Newcastle all round. So it's just like power of the rep teams, that filtering down, that kind of thing, and just that league first mentality that just helps us just go out into the community and play great derby. It's really great.
Yep.
And I got to ask, these are the coolest looking potluck uniforms I've ever seen in a game of roller derby. It stands out. You look like a team. Did that help?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Thank you to the Adelaides who just went above and beyond, like by just like, you want merch, we got merch. And just like really getting that happening. They have so much to do organising the Great Southern Slam, and then they did this on top of it. It was amazing. It was a pleasure to captain, because there was just so much work going on, and just amazing work by the Adelaides, by Adelaide Roller Derby and the Adelaide Roller Derby community. So thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Can I do a quick shout out? So if Elise is still watching, hi BB, thanks for watching. Just be cool. I'm just trying to be cool about it. Okay.
Well, we're through to the finals here at TGSS. What are you excited to watch?
Everything. I haven't been following the scores. I don't know who to follow. So I know that Canberra played a great game today and Adelaide played a great game. We might face each other off in the finals. Who knows? It should be exciting.
Yeah, well, I'll be off watching my team, VRDL. So, yes, I know that they were playing Chicos at the same time. So they were playing now.
Yeah,
so.
they are very big score over there, 920-2.
100-2, so 9. Oh, okay, that's a pretty big differential.
We were actually just commenting before that the VRDL game yesterday, it was 700 odd points, and we hadn't seen a score like that since the New York Shock Exchange boys. So we were just dumbfounded. Now 900. Yep. Okay.
All right, thank you very much. We're going to wrap it up. We'll see you on the track later.